Joel
So,
looks like he's really at the place, yeah.
Joey, come nearer lah. Yeah. Okay, Cruella. Oh, this is new. This is something new.
No, this is
Hafiz,
ugly.
Cruella. Hi everyone, I'm going to share with you today little known facts about Singapore. Okay, I think most of you will know. Since we are celebrating our country's National Day soon, I thought that it's quite apt that I did some sharing on this fine country that we love, pun intended, you know what I mean. Most of you already know the basic fact of Singapore, things like the meaning of the symbols and the colors on our flag, the list of presidents for the country, and what fine can you get if you disobey the law, things like that. So for today, I'll be sharing some facts about the little known facts about Singapore, which many do not know. So let's go.
If we lose Ohana, we disgrace, yeah, guys.
Yeah, you better up your game. If Hana scores 10-10, you're like, going to deport you, go somewhere else.
I won't be surprised also.
Yeah.
I mean, she passed my mountain bike quiz.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Little known facts about Singapore, National Day edition 2021. For now, you know. Okay, let's move on. Okay, I will start with key milestones. Okay, 1299. According to the Malay annals, the Kingdom of Singapore was found by Sang Nila Utama, a prince of Srivijaya. The kingdom existed till 1398. Okay, some fun facts. 28th of January 1819, Sir Stamford Raffles landed in Singapore, traveling on the Indiana with a squadron that includes the schooner Enterprise. He anchored at St. John Island at 4 p.m. on 28th of January 1819 and met with Temanggung Abdul Rahman, who is the first Malay chief who runs Temasek, or the old Singapore, whom the British discussed the establishment of a British settlement here before the arrival of Sultan Hussein Shah and the signing of the treaty in same year. I shall not dwell too much on this topic. If you guys are interested to know more about this history of Singapore, you guys can visit our NLB Infopedia page, which I get some of this info from. Okay, so continue on. Some fun facts. The site on the Singapore mainland where Raffles landed is marked today with the statue of Raffles, which is located at the Singapore River behind Parliament House. So on 9th of August 1965, the proclamation of Singapore signed by the then Prime Minister of Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew, on this date, formally declared Singapore ceased to be the state of Malaysia and shall become an independent and sovereign state and nation separate from the independent of Malaysia. It was drafted by our then Minister of Law, E.W. Barker. Radio Singapore went on the air on 9 August 1965 at 10 a.m. to announce the separation. Okay, the government gazette on the proclamation was also issued at the same time. On 9 August, 1 year later, okay, Singapore marked the first anniversary of its independence with the inaugural National Day Parade held at the Padang. The Padang, which involved some 23,000 men, women, and children, commenced at 9 a.m. in the morning upon the arrival of our first president, Yusof Ishak. It was a rainy occasion, right? But the parade went on. Other highlights of the day includes a 90-minute fireworks display at Fort Canning. 90 minutes, okay? And a giant illuminated sea dragon float glided along the nearby waterfront, aside from the main parade and the cultural performances, dinner, speeches, and other events that's going on in the community. So on 24 August 1966, the first daily recitation of the Pledge of Allegiance before the national flag was taken by 500,000 students at all 529 government and aided schools. Another important thing I want to highlight, on the 15th of March 2013, recently, not so recent, okay, former NLB CEO suggested for NLB to have an in-house video production team after being inspired and by seeing some of the videos that I produced. So on 15th of March, I was appointed to lead the video team, assisted by Li Ying, somebody you know, on the pre-production matters. On 19 April, TNI and CCD met up to discuss on the administration and operation of the video operations for NLB. So I recruited Hafiz on 2nd September to help the team as a videographer and video editor. So yes. the rest is history, right? Correct, right? My dates are correct. 2 September, right?
Yes,
okay.
You got it. You're correct. 2 September.
Correct.
So that's
a little history about PixelStudio. That's why I slotted in. It's key milestone for us, okay? But no, the rest won't bother. But it's important milestone for us. But look at us now. We are not only doing like simple events and stuff. We do more than that. And thank you to the PixelStudio, the PXS trainees that comes in with different relevant skills to boost the things that we do lah. So we are not just doing media arts production like producing animation and cool videos to promote NLB product services. We also conduct media arts training through our PXS Academy. We also are content creators. We create original content. We run innovation programs like the Immersive Room, VR, AR, gamification, live streaming, and many more. So thank you to all of you for your hard work and dedication to the team. So these are some of the milestones that I want to share with you. The rest, not really important. No, I should not say that lah.
Two more years to 10th anniversary.
Yes, yeah. Then you all must come back. Then we celebrate together. Let's move on. Next. Stats and figures. The current population of Singapore is almost 6 mil. It's 5,899,752. Okay. This is based on the worldometer elaborated by of the latest United Nations data. The size, the Singapore area comprises mainland and other islands with an area approximately around 728 kilometers square. The mainland of Singapore measures around 50 kilometers from east to west and 20 kilometers from north to south. With 190 kilometers of coastline, it has an exclusive economic zone of 1,067 kilometer square. What is this exclusive economic zone? Some info for you. It's an area of sea in which a sovereign state like us has special rights regarding the exploration and use of marine resources, including energy production from water and wind. It stretches from the baseline out to 200 nautical miles from the coast to the state in question. So basically, 1 nautical mile is equivalent to like 1.852 kilometers. So 200 nautical miles is around 370 kilometers from the shore to the sea. Basically, what we own. So the highest natural point of Singapore Island is guess. Correct, with 164 meters, okay, above sea level. So Singapore is separated from Indonesia by the Singapore Straits and from Malaysia by the Straits of Johor. Singapore's national language is Malay. It is also one of the official languages along with 3 other official languages, English, Mandarin and Tamil. There are 11 public holidays in Singapore. This includes Polling Day, which happens every how many years? Singaporeans? 5 years, correct. So we just had one last year. Okay, Singapore is an island city country. Okay, Singapore is not only an island, it is also a city-state as well as a country. Singapore is a city of not just one island, but 64 to date. Why do I mention the words to date? Because massive land reclamation works over the past century has removed many of Singapore's natural islands and islets and has created a few new ones. Okay, out of these 64 islands, only 3 being inhabited and 7 of them, including those in the Western Water Catchment Area, because those are the safety live firing area, which belong to SAF, or Singapore Armed Forces. What are the common and uncommon islands? Refer to the slides here, like Sentosa, Pulau Tekong, Pulau Ubin, Coney Island, St. John. This one you all know, Kusu Island, Pedra Branca also, right? You all know. Uncommon island like Violin Island, Seletar Island, maybe Hafiz might know because this is near Yishun area. Pulau Damian, Pulau Jong, Pulau Santumu. I don't know whether you have heard of all these but there's a lot Total we have 64. So Kusu Island looks like this. This is Violin Island. Violin Island is also known as Violin in Malay is Biola. So this is Pulau Island is Pulau. So Violin Island is here. It's also near the live firing area, which is Pulau Sudong, Pulau Pawai, Pulau Senang. You see this Pulau Sudong, there's this long
runway
thingy. So it's a runway for planes. Okay, next one. Is it really a lion? You may have heard about the Malayan Singapore iconic emblem. The Malayan is a mythical creature with a lion's head and a fish tail. What you might not know, the Malayan was partly inspired by the city's Sanskrit name Singapura, which means Lion City. The Sanskrit name is thought to have been given by a Sumatran prince, Sang Nila Utama, who ruled Temasek, a settlement on Singapore Island during the early 14th century. While hunting for animals, the prince spotted a strange creature moving quickly, which was identified as a lion by his advisor. You know, people then, they might not be as smart as now, okay? We have evolved. However, there were no records of lion native to Singapore because lions don't exist here, okay? It might have been a tiger, okay, that he saw. for tigers used to exist in Singapore in those times up to like 1930s, where the last one was killed. They became a menace to the populace when large swaths of Singapore forests were cleared for roads and plantation when we do our development. So subsequently, the intensive hunt for tigers, bolstered by the promise of financial rewards for their capture and killing, led to their diminished numbers and eventually wiping them out from the wild. Lauded as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2015, the Singapore Botanic Garden has a history of over 150 years. Okay, this is before independence. Since its founding in 1859. That's more than a century older than modern Singapore itself. Its most popular attraction is the National Orchid Garden, which houses thousands of orchid species known as very important plants, VIPs, not very important people, okay? Over 200 hybrid orchids in this garden have been affectionately named after visiting foreign dignitaries such as Nelson Mandela, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Any guess who, Hafiz? Who's the Duchess and Duke and Duchess of Cambridge?
Prince William and Kate Middleton.
Correct. So they visited us in 2012, if not wrong. So we have other celebrities like Jackie Chan, Zhou Tun. Ryan, do you know Zhou Tun? I don't know whether I pronounce it correctly. Chinese actress and singer.
Jecho.
Zhou Tun regarded as one of the 4 then actresses in China. Basically, the 4 most bankable young actresses from mainland China, along with Zhang Ziyi, Vicky Tay, and Su Jinglei. I think Rain might know. You know not, Rain? Don't know so.
I think it's before his time.
Yeah, maybe. And also one from Korea, Bae Yong-jun. Hannah would know.
Bae Yong-jun.
You know who Bae Yong-jun is?
That one is the Winter Sonata guy, right?
Correct. A Korean businessman now. He's not a businessman, a former actor who acted in Winter Sonata. So, another fun fact, did you know that Singapore's first botanic garden opened in 1822 on the slopes of the area known as Fort Canning now, Bukit Larangan in Malay, which if you translate is Forbidden Hill, where ancient kings were believed to be buried. So there's some graveyard there if you walk around there. So measuring just like 19 hectares, the garden closed in 1829 due to rising costs. Its land was then used for various public projects, including an Armenian church and a school and a hospital. So you look at the images here, I think this is near Hannah's place, this Jubilee Park, where you can bring your kids there and go for the slide and stuff like that. And there's also some Instagrammable area at Fort Canning, the Spider Staircase. A lot of people go there for wedding shoots and stuff. And the image on the left is the Shaw Foundation Symphony stage at Botanic Garden. So Botanic Garden is not a place where you go there for a run and relax. They also have a health concert and some other programs over there, which is quite cool. Okay? Singapore is the home of the world's first night zoo. The Singapore Night Safari provides a nocturnal experience like no other in the city. Opened in 1994, the 35-hectare park features around 1,000 animals in their naturalistic nighttime environment. For those who visit the park, I suggest for you guys to hop on to the 40-minute tram ride to have an overview of the park's main attraction. And also check out the 4 interlinked walking trails within the park for a cool night zoo trip like no other. The park is currently managed by Wildlife Reserve Singapore Group, WRS, who operates other parks like the zoo, Jurong Bird Park, and also the River Safari. Mandai Park Holdings is driving the rejuvenation of Mandai Precinct into an integrated nature and wildlife destination through its development arm, which is the Mandai Park Development. So, sooner or later, you will have a resort around this Mandai area where there's hotels and stuff like that. So you can go there, do for a staycation, and today you go visit this night safari, tomorrow you can visit a zoo and stuff. So it's very exciting. The next one I want to mention is a city of man-made waterfalls. Singapore is the city of man-made waterfall. Over here, I'm going to highlight some of the man-made waterfalls we have in Singapore, which some of the world's first. According to Wildlife Reserve Singapore, the first man-made waterfall was built at Jurong Bird Park in 1971, dropping from a height of 30 meters only. But back then it's something big. It is said to be the tallest waterfall in an aviary to date. And you know that WRS is currently constructing the new site for the bird park in Mandai, like just now I mentioned, right? So everything is going to be there, the zoo, night safari, bird park, and the river safari. You also find new summits to explore at the Cloud Forest, the second picture, at Gardens by the Bay. A huge 35-meter waterfall is the centerpiece of this misty conservatory, designed to house plants from the tropical highlands. And also, no trip is complete without a visit to the world's tallest indoor waterfall, housed in the retail and lifestyle complex of Jewel. The HSBC Rain Vortex soars at 40 meters and is surrounded by a large indoor garden, a cool place to dine and shop. Next, world's first F1 night race, held annually since 2008. Okay, the Grand Prix season Singapore features a gamut of concert, racing, and entertainment activities for Formula One fans and visitors of all ages lah. The star event, of course, the Formula One Singapore Grand Prix, also made racing history as the world's first ever Formula One night race, as mentioned earlier. The twisty Marina street circuit has largely remained unchanged in the year. The track brightly lit, you can see, with floodlights, and also add to the spectacular night views of Singapore. So according to F1, the Marina Bay circuit also boasts more corners, 23 in all, than any other circuit on the Formula One race calendar. Next one, I'm going to talk about time zones. Did you know that our time zone changed 6 times? Singapore may not have all the 4 seasons, but there was a time when we were moving clocks for daylight savings, a common practice over in the West lah. Singapore was 7 hours ahead of the GMT, which stands for Greenwich Mean Time, from 1905 to 1932. Okay, then it moved 20 minutes forward from 1933 to 1941, and a further 10 minutes from 1941 to 1942. And during the Japanese occupation in the World War II, our clock moved an hour and 30 minutes ahead to sync with Japan's time lah. Okay, but when the war ended, our clock reverted back. Okay, then and finally we settled with the Malaysian timing lah in 1982. In 1982, we followed Malaysia to like GMT plus 8. If you look at how the time zones are divided, okay, over here, right, it's actually not a clear straight line. And I've zoomed it into here. You see, like this one is like we share with China, Philippines, Brunei, but not with this area lah and this area. Japan, Korea is over here, plus 9. Ours is plus 8. And it's clearly not a straight line. Some fun facts for you. Hafiz, you want to add?
That's why you find it odd that, if you leave from one of our Tanah Merah ports and then suddenly you cross 40 minutes, suddenly you're back in plus 7, which is Indonesia, because geographically speaking, that Singapore is actually in GMT plus 7.
Correct.
So, which is why you notice that all our most of our neighbors other than Malaysia, like Thailand and the Indo-Chinese countries are all plus 7, but then we and Malaysia are plus 8. So it doesn't make sense, right? So now
correct. Yep. Just some fun facts for you guys.
Yes.
Okay? Fun facts. Thanks, Hafiz, for sharing. Okay. Some other SG fun facts, just to quickly run through. Here are some SG fun facts for you. The youngest person to pass GCE O-level chemistry paper is from Singapore. Ainan/Corley was only 7 years and 1 month when he took the GCE O-level chemistry paper and passed, making him the youngest in the world to do so. We are the fastest walker on this planet, according to research by the British Council. Singapore have the fastest walking speed. On average, we walk a distance of 18 meters in 10.55 seconds. That's approximately around 6.15 kilometers in an hour. Here's another fun fact. That's also how fast the bumblebee fly lah. So you see a bumblebee, you don't need to run lah. Just walk on it lah. It won't get to you. And since now is also the Olympic season, I don't know whether you guys follow. I do every night. Our national swimmer Joseph Schooling won the men's 100-meter butterfly at the 2016 Olympics in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, claiming Singapore's first ever gold medal. Because for our population very small, so it's very hard to get people like this to win medals. And always thank him for putting Singapore on the world map in the Olympics. Another thing I want to include is the reason why Singapore is a successful nation. I read this paper, very, very interesting. The title is Why Singapore Works, 5 Secrets of Singapore Success, written by this guy, John Kwa, in the Public Administration and Policy and Asia Pacific Journal, published in a few years back in 2018, if I'm not wrong. The paper described the changes in Singapore's policy context from 1959 to 2016. It analyzes the 5 factors responsible for its success and concludes with advice from policymakers interested in implementing Singapore-style reforms to solve similar problems in their country. So the finding states that Singapore's successes can be attributed to 5 factors. Okay, the pragmatic leadership. He also mentioned of the late Mr. Lee Kuan Yew and his successor, continuity. Okay, and effective public bureaucracy, effective control of corruption, and the reliance on the best and the brightest citizens through investment in education and competitive compensation, and learning from other countries also. That's one of them, which is actually, if you follow all these things, it's like exactly what NLB and most of the good organization follow, right? So it's good. As of 30 July 2020, based on the electorate 2020, there are 17 town councils in Singapore. Do you know? Yeah, now you know. Some combined examples are Aljunied Hougang, Bishan Toa Payoh, Holland Bukit Panjang, Marsiling UT, and Pasir Ris Punggol. What else do I have? These are my references, mostly from NLD and some local websites. And now it's quiz time. So are you ready? Well done. Let's start the quiz, people. Question 1 of 1. Answer before the time's run out. Okay.
What's the actual animal that...
Sir Stanford Raffles was known to be the founder of modern Singapore. What was Sir Stanford Raffles' nationality?
German.
Singaporean. You never know. 2, 1. And the answer is... British. English. What is the English? Who type English?
British.
English.
British.
I thought it was a nonsense answer. Yeah.
England.
Question 2.
Joanna is not Engloid.
What is the name of the organization that manages our 4 wildlife parks, like the zoo, safari, river safari, Jurong Bird Park? And, yeah.
I guess I cannot answer.
I got no time to
Wow, there's only got one.
Results were Sentosa wrong.
Fine.
Wildlife reserves.
Can I get mine?
Wildlife reserves okay lah. Actually, it's a wildlife reserves.
I was about
Can lah, take lah. Resort World, no. Not Resort World. Resort World don't jaga the jungle lah. River Wildlife Safari, no.
Alamak.
Yeah, wildlife reserves. 3.
5.
How many public holidays do we have in this year? Just
Oh,
type the
alamak.
digit only. I mentioned. 3, 2, 1, go!
this is confirm.
Everyone has answered. Yay! 11.
But I thought got polling day. What?
Yeah, I forgot. No, because he said 11 is inclusive of polling day, which is
Oh lah.
Isn't 11
Oh
correct?
no.
no. Meaning he
How
said
many
everyone got it
public
wrong.
holidays do we have this year? Do we have polling day this year?
no.
We don't have polling day this year. But how come it's 11?
No,
Hey,
because
it's 10. Sorry.
okay,
It's
Rayan, I explained to you because he said his presentation was 11 inclusive
Of
of
polling day.
Polling is only every 5 years, so he says how many do we have this year? This year there's no polling, so it's 10.
10, correct. All sorts. Okay, next. What is the approximate width of Singapore in km? From east to west. I mentioned it just now.
Approximate. Alamak.
Yeah lah, the figure I give also approximate lah. So you give me that figure, then I accept lah. Just select only.
Alamak.
Question 5, How tall in millimeters? Millimeters is the world's tallest indoor waterfall at Jewel Changi Airport.
Ya lama. Betul-betul lama. Millimeters.
You can't ask this in math. I hate maths.
No, just put the numbers only.
Yeah,
How tall is the waterfall in Jewel?
I don't care.
Changi?
I just put that. I don't care.
I just put. I for 40 meter.
40 meter.
For 40,000, I put 40K. Is that okay?
40,000. Again, this is okay. This is 40,000. Okay.
Oh,
4,000. 4,000 No. You. Huh? What, Hannah?
I knew it was 40 meters, but
Correct.
Yeah, same.
So it's millimeters. Okay, I want to get you guys. So who put this?
Me, obviously,
Me,
because
okay,
I refuse to.
I give you lah. I give you. Don't worry. I put it in 40 meters. Okay, but I want to see how you do your conversion in millimeters. What's
You
the SI unit for length? Anybody
I
know?
don't like maths. I fail O-level maths. How you
That's why now you will know. That's why you need to
Yeah.
know all these things.
So now I know that you fail max.
David, be quiet. Make sure,
Okay.
make sure you don't pass my quiz.
Okay, next
Well, next
question. Let's go. Question 6. What is Singapore's biggest island?
Ooh.
Singapore lah, no man.
This is a trick question.
What is Singapore's biggest island? Why I put none of the above there?
Singapore.
Why did I put none of the above? Rayan, you are correct. Singapore Island is the biggest island.
Oh yeah.
You should put none of the above, Rayan. Singapore is the biggest. Singapore is an island, it's a city, it's a state, it's a country. Okay? Now you know. You see, living in Singapore, you all must know all these things. Okay, question 7.
That's why the question is very dangerous.
Singapore current time zone has a GMT of +8 to be in sync with Malaysia. Which year did we change this?
This year.
19 what? 19 what? It's within some of your time. I don't think it's your time, but near your time. It's within my time. 1965. What's this?
I put.
1965 is independence lah, sia. 1982. Hana only got it correct. Aiyo.
Yeah.
1982. Where is the location of our first botanic garden when it opened in 1822? You all know, right? Where it's not there, it's not at the orchard there, it's somewhere elsewhere. Where is that place? 20 seconds to answer. Fort Canning, Bukit Timah wrong, Fort Canning Park correct, Bukit Larangan correct. I'll accept.
Bukit Timah.
Apa ni Bujit? Hai.
Bukit Timah.
Bujit, what is Bujit?
Syafiq, shame on
Typo.
you.
Fort Canning, yes, Fort Canning Park can lah.
Syafiq, shame on you.
But Bukit Timah and the Larangan is correct.
You know, Bukit Timah is not wrong. No, Bukit Larangan is the old name of Fort Canning Hill.
Oh.
Yes, correct. Okay, question number 9. Singapore gained independence 1965. This year we celebrate 56 year of National Day. What is the date of our National Day this year?
Date?
Date. Give me the date. Yeah, the date of our parade. Yeah,
But parade got pushed back, right?
correct.
Wait.
What's
Oh
that
my
date?
god, it's too fast.
It's not.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, last question. You all need to know. You all need to know. The rest don't know is okay. The other days don't know is okay. But this one you must know.
Oh my god, hey, haven't finished.
Yeah, I put 2013. Sorry.
Yeah, I put 2013 too.
If you look at your phone, right, I ask you to put in the format, right? Day, month, year.
Oops.
You see that? It's on your phone. It's clearly stated.
Can I get the point?
Okay, see.
Yeah, I put 15 March.
15 correct. Claudia, okay, over here.
I put 15 March, but then the thing time out even before I could send.
15 March is correct lah. 15 March is okay. 15-3 also okay.
Yeah, I put. Okay,
Claudia also got one, right? Who else? 21-3? Huh?
Me, I just put 2013.
Claudia got one also. Claudia got one.
Me.
Hannah got one. Wait,
Actually, it doesn't matter lah. Hannah win already lah.
She more patriotic than us.
Negaraku, sing negaraku. It's a wrong song.
Wrong song.
Okay, Hannah should do the virtual dance now.
Okay, Hannah, virtual dance.
Me. I should get 7.
Yeah, please. Okay, show the winner, Hannah. Yay, Hannah's the winner. Okay, I throw in some trick question to ask you guys. Make sure you all are listening. Say Hannah flying already. Yay.
Must give her citizenship.
Oh yeah, she's already a PR lah, so changing soon.
No, can talk to ICA first lah.
Yeah, with all this, then I will recommend you to become a citizen lah. Then we'll deport those people, especially this Shikozu go Pulau Tekong.
No, must deport that Joel also. What England?
I go back Malaysia.
I said it was a time zone.
England.
I panic. I know at the time I panic.
That's right.
Even though it's a typo, it's still the wrong answer, bro.
Fine, okay.
Okay, never mind lah. At least you all got 3 or 4 of you cannot deport together, so you have friends. It's okay. Or maybe switch. Give your citizenship to Hannah.
Yeah, I don't mind being Korean. Exchange.
Alright. I hope you guys have fun. So from today sharing, how many places that I mentioned have you guys visited? This for the rest. Leave a comment below and tell us more beautiful things about Singapore and some things that is a world first found in Singapore to share with the rest. So enjoy the National Day month and enjoy exploring this safe, prosperous and beautiful city, state, country, island of Singapore. Take care and stay safe, be positive and be gracious. Bye. See you guys next week. Bye. See you. Bye. Okay.